This One's Wife. Unhappy Harry. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Harry is unhappy. You might think to yourself, well, that's hardly a surprise. He's married to a narcissist, and he's a bad-tempered man-child. Is it any wonder that he's having a ginger tantrum and stamping his feet? But it would appear that he is upset by the criticism that This One's Wife received last week while in Paris. Nikki Gostin, writing for Page 6, explains, the Duke of Sussex is reportedly hurt and upset after his wife generated negative headlines for a video she shared that showed her stretching her feet out in the back of a limo close to the Pont d'Alma tunnel where Harry's mother, Princess Diana, died. See parts pass him. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliam blasted the utterly bewildering and beyond stupid social media upload, calling the post insensitive beyond belief. The Duchess was reportedly not aware of the car's location. Yeah, right, I've just seen a pig flying past the window. Harry is said to have been left despondent but not surprised by the unrelenting criticism hurled toward his wife. Really? How do we know? He's not gone on social media to say, I'm despondent but not surprised. He hasn't issued a statement saying, I'm despondent but not surprised. Oh, it's a pal of the couple. Wonder who that might be. Harry was left hurt and upset. Diana's death was used as a stick to beat his wife with. This One's Wife did not even pass close to the tunnel. The Suits alum was also slammed for giggling while sitting in the front row at Balenciaga's Spring-Summer 2026 show at the designer label's Paris headquarters. See parts pass him. It then talks about the fact that she's been on the receiving end of unrelenting criticism when she was first linked to Prince Harry, and provides some further examples of that. But Harry is making it known, apparently, through a pal, that he was despondent about the fact that his wife was criticised. What I would think is this is once again This One's Wife making it known that Harry cares about her. I doubt that Harry has commented to this extent, but rather that This One's Wife, engaging in her usual leaking of news, has wanted it made known Harry's not happy. Harry's not happy because I was attacked. Harry's despondent but not surprised at the fact that people criticise me in relation to my conduct. He is my loyal husband, my ginger fox, my defender, and he's demonstrating that he's not happy with what you're all doing. And so I want you all to know that he's not happy, and this leaks into the news. And thus we get unhappy Harry. Harry is unhappy for reasons that have nothing to do with criticism of his wife. Harry's unhappy because he will have realised that he's married to a self-absorbed woman that wants to make it all about her. He knows that she's labelled a narcissist. I doubt that he understands what that means, and he's some distance from accepting what that means and what he ought to do about it. But his unhappiness stems from the fact that he has a lot of unresolved issues himself, which his wife has exploited, and the fact that he now finds himself involved with a woman that many people dislike, and legitimately so. He struggles to see the legitimacy of the dislike for her because he's still wrapped up in the awful shared fantasy that they occupy. And he is being used as a tool. He probably does recognise that he gets used, and he will feel used by her at times. He will, because he was always used to being number one in terms of the more popular member of the partnership, find that she has sought to overtake him, and he won't like that. Because whilst he doesn't have a pathological need for attention in the way that she does, he still liked to be seen as the main draw, because that was what he was used to. People would want to come and see Prince Harry. And he didn't like the fact that his wife, who, let's be frank here, he is the genuine royal, she just married in. He doesn't like the fact that she has sought to overtake him. And she uses him. She uses him as a prop like she does with anybody else. And she uses him again here. She utilizes him for the purposes of saying that he wants to defend her, when in all likelihood, he probably hasn't said anything about it all publicly. But she wants the world to know. She wants the world to know that he's there, that he is her prince that defends her. The fact is that it's quite clear to me, Harry hasn't said this one's wife is making this statement for the purposes of making it seem that Harry is defending her, and it's also one of her notorious clapbacks that she engages in to say, you shouldn't be criticising me for what I did. Instead, you should be ashamed of yourselves because my husband isn't pleased with you. Let's have a quick look below the line in relation to this article, which appeared on page 6, to see what people also think about this. Liz Flynn writes, based on the nature of the couple's previous PR campaign for This One's Wife, it is most likely that this one's wife is making this statement about how Harry feels. Somebody else of the same mind as me. Mind you, not that Harry wouldn't fully take credit for the statement, but it is this one's wife who is in charge of their sideshow, and she calls the shots on how and what they present to the public. RSM4, no surprise, Harry cannot think for himself at all. This one's wife has him so tightly wound he only functions as her foil. This one's wife could burn a poster of Diana right in front of him and claim she's releasing her own suffering. Harry would praise her for being so open about her emotional trauma. Just saying, hey Harry, let's do a high-level recap of why your wife gets so much criticism. It's not about race, it's about being duped. She was a great royal until she realised she wasn't the star of the show. She uses people to elevate her status and then dumps them. She inflates truths in interviews to create fake narratives and then complains when we find her inauthentic. She pretends to be about philanthropy, but the foundation is fake and accomplishes nothing. And all her efforts are really for commercial gain, except she's not working too hard. She acts morally superior, yet her actions constantly contradict the pretend values. She is thirsty to be beloved like Diana, but the big difference is Diana used her platform to shine a light on others, and this one's wife uses her platform to shine a light on herself. Bottom line, we don't like being lied to by undeserving people. Daphne Blake, he is hurt by the backlash the wife faced after her insensitive act. Its constant need to compare his mother to this Z-list actress is disturbing. Snickers, Harry is not hurt, but just believes he and his wife should be immune from any and all criticism. This one's wife was criticised because her stunt was in extremely poor taste, not to mention the lack of manners she displayed by putting her feet up on a seat other people will be sitting on. Vive Curl, it's sad to think that Harry will spend the rest of his life making a fool of himself, chasing money and attention in the very same media he claims was at fault for Diana's tragedy. He and this one's wife will never be people of consequence. Jacqueline St. John. Ms. Markle trolled her own husband with that stunt. He was livid. He is the one stating he is hurt by the way she was treated. The way he looked at her at the award they bought was anything but nice. Anything that comes out of their camp comes directly from her. She's a piece of work. Well, it would appear that once again people recognise that it's this one's wife who's behind it, that they're not conned, and the fact is that whenever she attempts to upbraid and clap back, people see straight through it. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.